Hi, thanks for viewing this demonstration of the online resident portal. The online resident portal can be accessed through the condominium's website at 201 stpaulsjc.com. That's 201 stpaulsjc.com. Once you're on the main page of the condominium website, in the center of the page you will notice a button labeled Resident Login. That resident login button, once clicked, will take you to the sign-in form for the resident portal. Each resident should have received an email or a paper form that indicates what the login credentials are for the portal. Once you enter those credentials into the username and password fields, select Sign In. Once you sign into the main page of the resident portal, you'll notice on the left-hand side the modules, which we'll explain a little bit later. In the center of the page, you'll notice portal features, which are the portal features that are available now. From time to time, we'll be adding other features with a short description of what those features allow you to do. And on the right-hand side, the contact information for the management office. In the top right corner is where you'll find your profile information. The first selection in the drop-down list is your profile page. What we ask residents to do is once they log into the portal, just check this profile information and make sure that everything is spelled correctly and has the most up-to-date contact information such as emails and phone numbers. This is the same information we have at the doorman and in the management office, so it's important that we keep this up to date so that we can get in contact with everyone. The next item you would want to attend to on this page might be to change your username to something that's more familiar, such as your email or something that you'll remember easier than what we've assigned to you. And then after you've made sure that this is all up to date, if you do make any changes, do make sure to save them before you leave the page. So once you click save, you'll notice that above the top of the page, it will note that your changes were saved correctly. Once those changes are saved, the next thing you'll probably want to do is change the password. Currently, we've used the account numbers for everybody's passwords, so those are not the most secure password and they're rather difficult to remember, so you'll want to change that. And you can change your password by typing the current password, which is again located on the form or email that was sent to you, and then enter your new password twice and then hit change password. Once you change the password, it will not indicate that the password has changed successfully, but it will just take you back to the main page of the web portal. So now that we're back on the main page, I just want to point out the modules that are currently available on the page. We have the events module, which will list board meetings, parties, pool openings, and things of that nature. We have the condo news module, which will house the items that we post at the elevator, such as building shutdowns, notices, board communications, and things of that nature. And then we have documents. The documents section will hold the documents relevant to condominium business, such as the building documents, the financial documents, meeting minutes, and pictures. Once we click into one of these folders, you'll see a list of documents. For example, here we have the 201 welcome package. Once you click on that, you're going to have an option to either save it or open it. If you want to save the document for viewing later on your computer, you can click save, and if you just want to open it and view it real quick, you click open. Once that document opens on your screen, you can review it and do as you feel with it. You also should have the option to save it again from here if you haven't saved it already. So once you're done in any section, you can always click back on the top left hand corner where the words resident portal are, and the resident portal link will take you back to the main page. The next module we want to discuss here is the cases module. What the cases module allows you to do is communicate with the management office for any issues you're having, any complaints you want to file, or any work orders you want to raise. So once you're inside the cases module, you'll see a list of your open cases. For instance, here we have a parking request, a few test work orders, a general complaint, and a garbage room complaint. If you want to add a complaint to these cases, you can click Create a Case and enter the new case. So the first item for the new case would be to select the category. So there's several different categories within the case where you can indicate what type of case you are filing. This is important because it routes the case to the correct person to take care of, so we can skip the step of delegating the task and make sure it gets right to the person it needs to go to. For instance, a work order would go directly to Rich and Harry to make sure that they get attended to. A parking request directly to Michelle, accounting, for instance, directly to the accounting office. So it is quite important that you select the right category here. But if for some reason you're not sure of the category, you can select other, or if you do select the wrong category, it is going to be viewed by somebody on the back end, so they'll be able to make sure that it goes to the right person. So in the title, you just want to type a short description so that we know what it is when we view it in the list. And then in the description, you may want to type something a little longer. So that when we review the case, we have a little more information on what needs to be done when we get to the apartment. Then in the requested start date, one thing to notice when you select your start date is that it defaults to 12 a.m. of the day you're requesting it. This does always need to be in the future, so make sure that you are requesting it after the time it actually is right now. So for instance, right now it's 6:15 p.m. so I want to make sure that I go to at least 6:17 p.m. and then I can submit it. If I don't select that, it won't let me populate that. Then the requested end date, not necessary. Usually most work orders will hopefully be done within a day. So then we can hit create a case. So once that case is actually created, you're going to notice that the view changes, all the fields become locked, and you can no longer edit them, but you can view them. If you need to add something to the case after the case is already created, you can always add a note. So if you wanted to add something, more information to the case, you can do that by adding a note and then select add note. Another nice option with the note features is that you can actually add pictures to your case. So if you have a cell phone that you're using to log in the case, or you want to take a picture from your computer and log that in, you can attach that picture here and attach it as a note to your case. So once all of your notes are attached, you can see that you have the note that was created with the attachment with the picture, and you have the note that indicates more information for the case. Then you can go back out to your list of cases and you will see the case listed in the list of cases. So we have it here at the top of the list, dripping faucet, created on 12/28, and then we see who it's assigned to, which is Sean Kilby, is going to be attending to this case. So another nice feature of the case module is the filters at the top of the page. By selecting the different filter fields at the top, you can select your closed cases, so you can see only the cases that have been solved and completed. So if you have a bill that you have a question on, you can go back and look at any work orders that may have been billed, or anything of that nature. You can see all of the cases that have been opened, so not just the open ones, you can see everything that's open for your unit. You can also filter by date, so you can see everything within the last 30 days, 60 days or more, or you can select by category. So if you only want to see your parking request, for instance, you can sort by parking. One thing to note here is if you want to see a closed parking request, you want to make sure that your filter is either set to all or closed before you filter the parking. Another thing to note is it does seem that these filters have memory, so if you filter your cases to all and parking, the next time you load this page, chances are all you're going to see is this one case that's related to parking. So you may want to reset these from time to time to make sure that you're not missing the cases as you want to see them. So that pretty much wraps up the current features of the resident portal. We will be adding more features as we go forward. Within the next few months, we expect to have a couple more things added to the website, and we will be happy to put up a video on how to use those items as well. If anyone does have any questions or issues using the resident portal, please contact the management office. We would be more than happy to help you out. Thank you very much.